All right, I don't know if you guys can see, but we are joined today by my dog Louie. He might make an appearance in this video, so just be warned by that. I also have my tea because what would be a video without me drinking a hot beverage? As some of you guys might know, I live in the Midwest. And even though it is spring, it is still cold outside. So I have my tea and let's get into it. Hi guys, welcome back to What Fuels a Dancer. My name is Leah and I am a professional ballet dancer and a certified nutrition health coach. We are wrapping up a nutrition series where we are focusing on the 3 different macronutrients. We've been talking about why dancers need them and how our body uses them for its many functions. We also talk about how you can integrate each macronutrient into your meals and snacks as a dancer. So far, we have talked about carbohydrates and protein. So if you have not seen those videos, I will link them up here, as well as they will be in the description box down below. So make sure you watch those videos along with this one. Today, we are going to be talking about fat. What are the different types? What foods can we get it from? And why it is so important for dancers to include it in their nutrition. So be sure to like this video and keep watching. So of course, as I always say, every body is different with different nutritional needs and preferences when it comes to food. So if you have any concerns, it is always best that you speak with a nutrition professional like a dietitian, nutritionist, or health coach about your unique case. All right, so let's get into it. I have found that a lot of dancers tend to focus on including carbohydrates and protein into their meals and snacks, but fat is sometimes forgotten about as an important macronutrient that dancers need to get. Fat is important for our bodies to absorb fat-soluble vitamins like vitamins A, D, E, and K, and it also cushions and insulates our organs and it supports our brain development. Fat is also a crucial structural component to each one of our cells. And finally, fat is important for hormone balance and function in our bodies. As dancers, fat is an important energy source for us to fuel our dancing. It provides us with long-lasting energy, especially for those days where we have a lot of classes, rehearsals, and performances. Fat also helps to control inflammation levels, which is really important for dancers for recovery. It is recommended that we get about 25 to 35% of our daily caloric intake from fat. Just like carbohydrates and protein, the amount of fat that your body will need might differ from other dancers, and the amount might change for you over time. This is why I find intuitive eating to be a helpful approach to nutrition. Some signs that you might not be getting enough fat are if you are hungry soon after you are eating, or if you feel constantly fatigued. Your joints might also feel achy, and you might experience some chronic inflammation. You might also experience brain fog and an inability to concentrate during class and rehearsal. You can even experience dry skin or even shifts in your mood. And long periods of eating low fat can also lead to some nutritional deficiencies. And so if you are experiencing any of these and are concerned about your nutrition intake, it is always best to speak to a nutrition professional. There are 3 different types of fat that we are going to go over today, and it's important to know that what makes them different from one another is their molecular structure. But don't worry, we're not going to have an organic chemistry lesson here. So the first one is unsaturated fat, and this one is the most important for us to include in our daily nutrition. Because of their structure, unsaturated fats tend to be more liquid at room temperature. This type of fat is found in foods like eggs, fish, olive oil, safflower oil, avocado, olives, nuts, seeds, and peanut butter. All of these foods are also rich in micronutrients, which are vitamins and minerals that our body needs to support its many functions. And then the next fat we are going to talk about is saturated fat. And it's recommended that we keep our saturated fat intake to less than 6 to 10% of our daily caloric intake. And this is because in excess, they aren't as good for our artery and heart health, but they still have their place for well-rounded nutrition. Because of their structure, saturated fats tend to be more solid at room temperature. Saturated fats are in fatty meats like pork and beef. It's also in chicken skin and in dark meat. It is also in whole fat dairy products like butter, whole milk, whole yogurt, and cheese. And finally, it's found in plant oils like coconut oil, palm oil, and cocoa butter. And then the last fat that we are going to talk about is trans fats. While a small amount of trans fats can be found in nature, like in animal foods, the majority of trans fats that we find in our food system are manufactured and processed in a lab. They are found in foods like margarine, fried foods, frozen foods, and packaged foods. Trans fats do not have any known health benefits, and there has been a lot of concern in terms of their health impact when consumed in large quantities. So it is best to not intentionally include them in your day-to-day nutrition. And because of awareness surrounding health concerns, like it's linked to heart issues, stroke, inflammation, and other chronic issues, they're being found less and less in our food system, which is a really good thing. Fats are digested much slower than carbohydrates and protein, so this is important to know when thinking about fueling your body during the day. Before and during class, rehearsals, and performances, focus on consuming carbohydrates with a moderate amount of protein and a little bit of fat. After you have finished dancing, this is the time to focus on fueling your body back up with fat, protein, and complex carbohydrates. Something to be aware of is that fat is really important for the flavor in our food. So you might notice that packaged foods that are made to be low fat or no fat have a lot of added sugars that have been added to them in order to make up for the difference in taste. If you rely on a lot of low fat or no fat products, you might notice that your hunger and energy levels are a little bit more unstable. Again, this is just something to notice. For breakfast, it is important to focus on getting in a little bit of fat. So think about having eggs as a part of your breakfast or whole milk yogurt with some granola. You could also have some toast with avocado or nut butter, or a smoothie or oatmeal packed with nuts and seeds. During the day, some great snack options include hummus with veggies, full-fat yogurt, roasted almonds, a piece of fruit with nut butter, or some hard-boiled eggs. For lunch, think about adding foods like chicken, beans, avocado, or an olive oil-based dressing to a grain bowl, or pack a sandwich that has some avocado, hummus, or an olive oil-based dressing on it. And then after dance, focus on getting in more fats. So whether this be some sort of meat or fatty fish for protein and fat, or have some eggs, beans, or tempeh if you want a meatless option. Make sure to add another source of fat like olive oil, avocado, tahini, or nuts and seeds. Having a dessert at night like dark chocolate, chocolate-covered almonds, or a coconut milk-based ice cream or pudding, or even hot chocolate with whole milk are great options to add in some extra fats and also enjoy something sweet at the end of the day. So I hope this video was able to give you some more information on why fat is so important for dancers to have. And I hope that it gave you ideas on how to incorporate fat into your meals and snacks so you can stay fueled and strong. Now that we have talked about all 3 macronutrients, we can take a dive deeper into how to apply this information into intuitive eating. I have a link in the description box down below with a blog post about nutritional fat for dancers. And make sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at What Fuels a Dancer. And I would love it if you subscribe to this channel so you never miss a video. And let me know in the comments down below, what is your favorite way to incorporate fat during a dance day? And I will see you guys all next Wednesday with a new video. Bye guys.